Looks like we are live. Lovely to be here. It seems like somebody's pushing fireworks for us to have. Hello! Lovely to see everyone who is coming, and today we will talk about nutrition, what its effects in aging and how it can help us. So I'm inviting Olga. She's just excited about now. Hello. Now, let me send request to Olga. For those people who are watching later, thank you for watching this video. Tonight we will talk about nutrition, how it affects the aging, and I will mention some first signs of aging which we need to look out for so we can look younger for longer. And I have prepared for this Love Week little gift, and hope you will enjoy it. I will explain how to get it, and I hope to see you there. Now, what we can do here. It's something. Hey,
hello,
good to
hi.
have you.
Can you see me now?
I can see you now and can hear you now very well.
That's
How are
great.
you?
I'm very good. Thank you, Ilona. It's wonderful to be inside after such a cold frosty day outside. But hey, cold is good for our skin, right?
It is one of our anti-aging kind of treatments to do with the ice as well.
Absolutely right. Yes, this morning I remember your advice about, ice cold bath every morning and every evening. And as I was doing it, but it's good. It's
Good.
good.
So you have started it, yeah?
I have started it, yes, and I absolutely can see how good it is for my skin. I mean, it is amazing what a little bit of cold water does to your skin.
Yes, and it's available for everybody, which is amazing.
Absolutely, these are the best tricks someday, the simple ones that give the
Yeah,
best results. Yes, that's
the
great.
grandmother tips. Yes, they always are the best. I started to tell to audience who watching us later about that we're talking today about nutrition, how it's affects the aging, because I noticed by working in a clinic that when people were coming for the aesthetic treatments, their results wasn't long lasting. And I understand that it is due to our diet, mindset, and what we do daily. So I wanted today to talk about the food, what we're eating, and how we can actually slow down aging or affect a little bit better, which is could work for us. And if there will be time, I will tell a little bit about what is the first signs of aging and what we need to look out for. So it could be
Right.
something which maybe could be for first watch people who first time watching us can find out. And
Okay.
yes, so I want to find out what is your kind of best things in a nutrition, what we need to um, what we need to start with actually in nutrition.
You mean what affects our aging, or
It's
what?
which in the like yes, basically what is in the nutrition which is aging.
Right. Well, I suppose a good way to approach the whole thing of aging, or of our skin for that matter, since we are talking about skin, is important to realize is that our skin is not a separate organ. Our skin is a part of our body which is super interconnected with everything that's happening in our body. So whatever is going not necessarily in the right direction inside will manifest on our skin. So whatever issues or problems we are facing with our skin, we should look inside and see where it all starts from. And I think the very first and right place to look for signs is, of course, our gut. And I'm saying it not because I'm working with gut and specialize in gut health, but I do genuinely think that aging of our skin starts in the gut, or to be precise, in how well our gut functions. And the very simple things, simple signs to look out here is our digestion working well? Is our stomach functioning well? Can we, because depending on how well our stomach works, it affects our ability to absorb nutrients, to absorb all the vitamins and minerals and all these things. Another thing which is super important to pay attention to, as unsavory as it may sound, is your bowel movement regular? Do you go to the toilet every day? Why is that important? It is largely linked to our liver, I would say, because what our liver is doing is everything we put inside ourselves, all the food, all the nutrients, all the chemicals we consume with our food or through our skincare, or everything we inhale from the air outside us, vitamins we're taking, any prescription medication we're taking, it all goes through our liver. So first of all, it really is important that our liver does the job that it needs to do. What I'm trying to say, sorry, I got a little bit carried away here. It's super important that our liver is in tip-top condition, because if liver cannot, deal with this whole load of things we're throwing at it every day, then it manifests on our skin pretty much immediately. That's how you start seeing that your skin is not happy and your liver is not happy. Another thing is, every day, everything we consume and our liver breaks down, it's super important to eliminate it all. Because whatever is not eliminated in a fast and rapid manner gets reabsorbed. And that's how we end up with sort of low-grade inflammation in our body, which is again a huge benefactor to skin aging. So I would say make sure that your liver and your gut are your best friends and allies when it comes to skin aging. How you make sure that it's in top condition? Well, I would say stick to small, very simple and doable steps. Make green leafy vegetables your best friends, your bestest friends. It is actually minerals and vitamins that we get from vegetables, especially from green leafy vegetables, that give our skin this useful glow, if you wish. C vitamin that we get abundantly from fruit and vegetable as well is another best friend for our skin, because as we age, and if we want our skin to remain, plump and useful and beautiful, we need to ensure that our collagen levels are optimal. When our body produces collagen, a C vitamin is absolutely essential. It's a cofactor for collagen production. So the more vegetables you consume, the more generous supply of C vitamin for your skin. Also, another thing is vegetables are fiber. Fiber is a huge benefactor to your gut health. Fiber makes sure that everything in you moves where it needs to be and goes out. So I would say gut and liver health are first things on our way to keep as young as we can be for as long as we want to be. Suppose second thing I would be paying attention to is balancing your blood sugar. And what I mean by saying balancing blood sugar is each time we eat, our blood sugar rises. And then, so we've got all these glucose molecules in our bloodstream. And then what our body does, it produces insulin. And main function of insulin is to deliver sugar from our blood into our cells. And then we're using it for energy or storing it for some time. What happens, however, if we produce too much insulin too often? Our body starts producing a bit more than, perhaps more than we need, sex hormones, male sex hormones, such ones, for example, as testosterone. And the higher testosterone or less optimal is in our body, the more oil our skin starts producing, which leads to all kinds of blockages, acne, you name it, it's there. Another thing, which is sort of why we need to be mindful of sugar we're consuming, is glucose molecules. They tend to attach to collagen structures in our body and prevent them from functioning properly or destroying them, if you wish. So from this point of view, paying attention to how balanced our blood sugar is also a very important thing. What I mean by balancing blood sugar is, again, super simple steps. I'm not encouraging you to stop eating sugar. Life is very real, and it's not always possible. But I would suggest, whenever possible, if you're eating sugar, make sure you're eating it with your main meal, or with a meal which contains protein in it. Because it is the protein, or fat for that matter, fat or protein, that slow down the rate at which sugar goes into our bloodstream. So if you're having your slice of cake, by all means have it, but make sure that you're having it as a part of your meal. Snacking falls into this category as well. If you are snacking, consider either, again, balancing your snacks with something that is not necessarily sugary. If you are having the most delicious, juicy and sweet apple, perhaps have it with a small handful of nuts, or try to give it a go to snacks that are not necessarily sugary even. Perhaps some vegetables and hummus, or a boiled egg and some other vegetables. Really something that does not send your sugar in this massive spike. So that's kind of a simple strategy. Another thing I would mention perhaps is eating correct types of fat. And by what I mean by that is omega-3. You probably cannot have too much omega-3, and omega-3 is every girl's bestest friend. The thing here is every cell in our body is encased into fatty layer. So that's where we need our omega-3. So if we want our skin cells, all cells in the body for that matter, to be juicy grapes rather than raisins, we need omega-3. And we get the best source of omega-3 is really fish. oily fish is your best source omega-3. But in order to get an appropriate amount of omega-3 that we need, I would say you need to eat oily fish 4 or 5 times a week. If for whatever reason it's not an option, then consider supplements. Sometimes you will hear advice that you can eat avocado, olive oil, nuts and seeds for omega-3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fully correct in this case because human body is not very well equipped to convert plants into the type of omega-3 we need. So all avocados and olive oils is fantastic and wonderful, but for this particular purpose, we need type of omega-3 that comes either from oily fish, or if you're getting supplements, it would be algae supplement if you cannot take fish oil for whatever reason.
Wow, very interesting.
What else? And also, I just want to mention one more thing about correct fats. While we are consuming all these amounts of omega-3, ideally, whenever you can, you want to reduce the amount of processed fats or amount of vegetable oils. And by that, I mean sunflower oil, refined oils you're buying in a supermarket in these large jars for frying, because this type of fats are unfortunately inflammatory, and inflammation is something that if you put it plain, it does lead to aging of your skin, of your cells. Also be mindful of sweets or baked goods you are buying in the supermarket, because maybe you're cooking all your food with olive oil and coconut oil, ghee, fantastic types. But if you're a regular consumer of croissants, biscuits, and any kind of things you're buying in a shop from a shelf, they all unfortunately contain vegetable oils inside them. So be mindful of that. Food sensitivities, another big thing. So if you've got any food sensitivities, it makes sense to address them as well, because what is happening if we keep consuming foods that we know our body is reacting to, it is again leading to low-grade inflammation in our body, meaning that it can manifest in all kinds of manners on our skin. We can get acne, rosacea. In general, skin tone is not what we want it to be. Another thing, which sounds a little bit like a white noise these days, but it's a huge one, managing your stress levels. Excessive cortisol production is one of the biggest benefactors to aging of our skin. There is one super simple connection here. The more stressed we are, the more suppressed our body's ability to digest food properly, to extract everything good in it, vitamins, minerals, you name it. So yes, that's the most straightforward reason, to watch your levels of stress or to try and manage them. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Here I wanted to add to you saying that actually our facial expression when we are tensed and in stress, it's actually connected with internal organs. And once our face is in the tension and stress, our internal organs get stuck and stressed out, and they are kind of frozen. And it takes spasms, and it takes time for them to kind of release and go loose. And that's why I am kind of always saying that daily face massage is so important to relax the muscles, because then the whole body relaxes as well.
Absolutely. Anything goes here, or at least in my books. Meditation, breathing, massage, singing, walking, anything that physically relaxes your body is a huge win here. Yeah. And of course we can talk about supplements when it comes to skin aging. I still do think that as much as you can, whenever you can, try and get your nutrients from food rather than from supplements. But there is a couple of things you can't go wrong with, I would say. It is omega-3 or fish oil or algae supplement to give you omega-3. Vitamin C, perhaps. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Can you repeat it again? Because you were buffering at some point.
Okay, I was saying about omega-3 as a supplement. It's a kind of supplement that you cannot go wrong with. C vitamin, if your diet is not that abundant in C vitamin, or if your diet is high in coffee, if you tend to drink coffee regularly, which most likely depletes your body of C vitamin you're consuming, or a certain part of it, I would say consider supplementing at least now and then C vitamin. And a good complex of B vitamins. This one is a winner as well.
It's like a biotin?
Biotin is only one type of B vitamin. I would suggest go for B complex because it has got a whole range of B vitamins and they are nicely balanced in there. And if you stick to taking them, I mean, many of us struggle to take things day in, day out. It's more like now and then, but as much as you can, as regularly as you can. But I would say B complex is a better solution in this particular situation.
In my list is kind of as well A vitamin that we need to take.
Absolutely, but I would say that get your vitamin A from food, and the same,
like
yeah,
carrots.
And the same goes for vitamin E. It's not really difficult if you are. The cheap and cheerful trick here, as many nutritionists would suggest, eat your rainbow of plant colors every single day. Make sure that you include as many different colors as you possibly can. And that's your job done.
I can imagine the beautiful plate, the way it looks. It's just like the pleasure to eat something like that.
Isn't it? Absolutely. And you know that your body is getting everything it needs. Of course, I'm not talking about situations when people might have certain health conditions which would not let them, access all this goodness.
Healthy people.
But if we're talking in generally, if overall you are a happy, healthy person, get it from food. Yes. Your body will thank you for that.
I have one more question. How do you think, percentage-wise, food affects aging? That's a big one.
It's a tricky question. I think it's a huge. I think food is huge.
It's one of the crucial, isn't it? I think so.
But I would not dismiss other factors as well. Stress is massive. Your exposure to stress, environment you live in. If you live next to a major road, if you commute in a cloud of exhaust, and in generally you do not have that much access. I mean, in London we're relatively lucky with all our parks and green spaces, so we can go and breathe. That's fantastic. But food is huge, but there are also lots of other factors that affect aging.
I kind of as well see that there is DNA kind of inherited. Then it's quite a lot of things what we do daily as well. We really can kind of slow
Absolutely.
down.
I think genetics is huge when it comes to what potentially we can experience in life. But again, it's our environment that either, activates these genetics and brings them to action, or it might never happen. So, yeah.
Yeah. Environment definitely affects, I think, and right now it's really can see as well in the foods that the production, how it affects our eating and inflammation, like you mentioned. It's a big time as well.
And unfortunately, it is true. Yes, I mean, to be fair, the way our food is grown now, even fruit and vegetables, is not necessarily providing us with the amount of vitamins and nutrients and generally we think it does. That's one thing. Quality, perhaps it should be mentioned here as well. If you are eating animals, if you eat meat, if you eat eggs, if you eat cheese, it makes huge sense to pay attention to quality of those things,
Where it comes from.
because in mass-produced meat, eggs, there might be things you do not necessarily want in your body. So
Mm-hmm.
if there is such an opportunity, I would say stick to organic grass-fed animals whenever you can, to give yourself less hormone disruptors.
So about the collagen, there is like a bone broth, which is said that it's apparently is giving collagen, and
It
then
does.
there is like in supplements. Those is two what I know. Is there any other ways of consuming collagen?
Well, essentially, collagen is derived from cartilage of animals. So if you're eating your roast chicken, you can munch on cartilage of a chicken. Fish has lots of collagen as well. So if
Ah,
you do things like fish stew or tend to eat most parts of the fish, again I would say stick to oily fish and stick to smaller fish, because, and of course comes without saying, whenever you can, stick to wild fish. Whenever you can, stay away from farmed fish and stick to smaller varieties of wild fish. Sardines, mackerel, anchovies, fantastic, and they give you plenty of both collagen and omega-3.
yeah, I sometimes munching on sardines. I like them.
That's a fantastic snack. If you like the taste, if you're not offended by flavor, it's a fantastic snack.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, great. Um, what can
But
I?
can I just say quickly that when it comes to collagen, um, there is not actually enough proper serious evidence suggesting that supplementing collagen makes a huge amount of difference to one's skin or joints. It's not a solution for everyone. It does work for some people, and it does
Mhm.
not necessarily work for others people. Again, if your diet is high in sugar, your collagen production, or even if you're supplementing yourself with collagen, it will be affected. So perhaps
Mm,
stick to natural
balance.
natural
Well,
sources of collagen.
okay, that's a good one. Yeah, it's excellent to have you here. Thank you.
Am
It's
I
been
allowed to ask questions as well?
yes, absolutely.
So that's what I was thinking this morning when I was washing my face with ice cold water, which you suggested to me some time ago. I've just realized that I've stepped into fifth decade of my life, and but my skincare routine is so incredibly basic, and I do not think I necessarily understand what is necessary or what is not so necessary. So I'd be super grateful if you can talk us through what what
Absolutely.
what to do, what to pay attention to.
Uh, so right now, probably you notice that there is some starts to appearing like lines of chin uh, corners or smiley lines or around the eyes or forehead. Those the first like signs of aging. I have to say you look amazing. It's you show that the food is very big affecting,
Thank you, Lana.
but the face massage, which is very important, goes very well. And I would say proper face wash especially evenings when you are washing your face. No matter what you wash it, you just choose what you like. It's just this double wash. The first wash, we wash off the pollution and the oils and cosmetics, and
Is
then
it is
we
it important to use soap? Facial soap, I mean, or can be
yes.
just water?
No, the water is not gonna wash off the oils. That's the
Right.
thing. You can use either soap or face cleanser or any other kind of foam, whatever you like. There is like two types of washes. One is the oily based, and one is like a soapy based, which is a bit drying. The oily one is for heavy makeup, which dissolves the oily makeup. So
Mm-hmm.
it's oil to oil. But for people ordinary who doesn't do makeup daily, it's very good just to do with a soap, soap
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
face cleanser, and to do it double times. So you wash off the old dirt, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't create the clean film.
Right.
What we
Mm-hmm.
want to get rid of is the clean film. So whatever you will be applying afterwards, like a cream, serums, they penetrate deeper and it goes into your bloodstream, and it's do rejuvenation. And what is inside, like a toxin and oils, through the night when it recovers, repairs the body, that's when it pushes it out. And in the morning, that's what you see on your face when it is a little bit shiny and oily. That's the toxins which been pushed out through the night. And it's
So what I'm hearing, it's even more important to wash face in the morning then as well.
in the morning, because you washed your face in the evening. In the morning, it's enough to remove it with a rose water or with the toner of, because it is just the small, like a
Right.
minimal
Right.
drops.
I
It's
see.
not like a really big um, pollution which is coming out, not like during the day. But basically, during the day, your skin is in sleeping mode. So whatever you apply, it's not gonna be like working very deeply. All the creams what you apply before bed, those are gonna be penetrated and used to repair all the cells.
I've got another question here. I'm constantly deliberating whether should I use only serum or should I use serum and then cream on top. What's the rule here? What's the
Yes.
golden standard?
Uh, it is the serums is one of the thinly that's sliced, but the texture, the uh, products which penetrates deeper.
Right.
And once we wash our face, we apply the serum, and then cream is only as a, let's say, cork on the bottle, which is not doesn't allow to evaporate the serum.
I
and
see.
and it's very good that you apply serum morning and evening, so you keep moisturized cells and it's working in a like a different levels, because during the night it goes deeper, during the day it stays on the surface and it keeps moisturized skin, because
I
whatever we
see.
put, it's dehydrates, like an environment in the radiators or conditioners, uh, hot sun, it draws the moisture out of us, and it's very crucial. The other thing what I really would like to mention is like imagine if you have a glass of water. I have finished my glass, but if it would be like during your lifetime, it's
Yeah,
your moisture cells. When we are getting at age 18, our moisture cells starts to die 1% a year. But when we reach our 35-year step, there is 10% of moisture cells which are keep dying every year, which is quite a big chunk. And we need to, by daily moisturizing, looking after our skin, doing skincare treatments, we kind of try to fill back the moisture so we don't lack of it. If we
I
don't do
see.
anything, that's when the aesthetic treatments, what you spend money on in a clinics, are actually then waste of the money, because it's just the results are short term, because the aging process is still there, and it's every year like 10% of moisture cells are dying.
In which case, I've got my next question. I do see first signs of aging on my skin. I was not looking after it on the outside that amazing. I was putting all my efforts into nutrition, which I think does pay off to a certain extent. I quite like my skin, but I do see first signs of aging, and I do not think that I'll make it to aesthetic centers or clinics anytime soon. So what literally can I, is there anything I can do at home to help myself? Something to start with.
Yes, for that reason, I have started the Sunday massage and meditation classes to reduce stress levels and
Mm.
to teach the routine on the daily basis. So we go in a slow pace, but for you, then you learn the moves and you perform them up to 5 minutes every day when you either wash your face with soap or when you apply serums. And that's when you have a chance to then to perform the massage, which is a relaxing muscle, it's a lifting muscle, and it's draining the muscle from toxins. By the
Mhm.
way, you went to one of my Sunday massage classes. What
So
can you say?
that's what I just wanted to say. I enjoyed it a lot. It was an amazing experience. I think I was a little bit lazy. I mean, for first couple of days, I followed it religiously, massaging myself, and I could see every morning how my face was really, really toned. I think then on day 3 or 4, I got a little bit lazy and gave it a little bit pinches there, but no, I do confirm it was amazing, and I would like to go back to it and resume this routine. So what you're saying is 5 minutes of self massage a day at home
Yeah,
is
if
all
you
that we
can,
need.
it's it's just something which you give a little attention to yourself, like the I would ask a little bit more, but I would say 5 minutes at least would be good as well. And it's better than nothing to
Hmm.
do. And the face massage, it's instantly works, and it gives a instant result. And by it's like going to the gym. You don't see from one session a body transformation, but
Hmm.
if you perform it every day, or let's say 3 times a week, after the month, or even I have girls start saying after 3 weeks, they started to see the changes in their definition and in their skin condition, and generally. And it's just something which is like with everything. When we go to the hairdresser, when we cut our hair, or when we go to the gym and
Yeah,
transform our
yeah,
body, it's the same. It's just something which we haven't thought of, because this facial kind of skin is the only, apart from now, haven't been covered and protected
yeah.
during the winter or during the summer.
Well, it's a Lunar New Year today, right? Tonight. So that will be my
Yeah.
New Year resolution to spend 5, 7 minutes every single evening massaging myself. But I actually wanted to ask, sometimes in the shops I see this really beautiful looking. I never bought them, but I always wanted to. Rollers, or how the gua sha? Yeah, is that the
Yeah.
one? What do you make of those? What do you think of those? Are they helpful at all? Is it worth using them?
Uh, Definitely, any of the gadgets is useful to use, to buy if you're gonna be using them. That's what I wanted to say. If you buy them and then they are staying in the shelf, no, it's
No.
not gonna be helping. But I would, there is so much on the market, I have to say, and it's sometimes all of them are, you need to see them as a helping tools which helps you to get the results faster. For example, some of them is penetrating the like a sonic ones, sound sonics, and
Yeah,
those
yeah,
is
yeah. Mm-hmm.
penetrating the products kind of deeper, and those helps instantly to start working the product. That gua sha is kind of similar to the massage what we're doing when we are pushing our toxins. So gua sha
Mm-hmm.
is just manually with some kind of sliding emotion, you push the lymph. So it's purely to drainage the lymph, doesn't do much. But when you go for the gadgets, which I would like to consider, because once we age, we need some extra help tools. I would say to look out for those which attacking the muscle, which goes deeper and starts helping to lift the muscle, because with the gravity it's kind of pulls down. And some gadget which is working with skin. So
Right.
I have actually prepared three my favorite gadgets. There is
Okay.
a new one which actually I'm testing out before I want to make sure that it's working, but for what it's meant to be doing, and it's actually FDA approved, I'm very, very looking at it promising. So the first, I will show you that the muscle one, which is the Faradic and microcurrent with electricity, which attacks the muscle,
So
and
does
then
it
it,
actually make muscles contract or what?
yes,
Yeah, is that what it
yes,
is? I see.
yes.
And there is
So
no way we can achieve it manually or through exercises.
we do it in the massage, some movements like lifting the cheekbones or forehead by stimulating. It is from face massage, face lifting massage, and some of the movements from face yoga. This is something which skips the time, because face yoga takes about quite a long time to perform the routine, and I am quite busy and don't have that time,
I
so
see. I
I'm
see.
cheating. I'm using this device,
So it's
which
kind of
is,
a reliable shortcut to achieve the results that you
yeah,
otherwise can achieve with massage if you commit to it or
yeah.
to face yoga. I see.
Yeah,
I
if
see.
you do face yoga, you don't need, because you, what it does, we training the muscle to be lifted up, and
Mm-hmm.
by first month doing it every day, it's like again going to gym to building the muscle intensity, and then you start to do just once a week, which is maintenance. So
Mm-hmm.
you have grown your muscle, it stands up, and after the week it's kind of gets lazy and starts to be hanging with gravity, and then you are doing maintenance and pull up the muscle, and
I
that's
see.
how it works. Then second is two gadgets which I use for the skin tightening and actually for my hair growth, because
Okay.
with the, as we know, when we step over 40 is the age, the hair as well starting to thinning, and that's what I noticed instantly as soon I kind of go. And actually, maybe you can advise what would be good supplements from it. I know that I've been using like a B vitamins and biotin for my hair, which
I mean,
helped me.
it's a tricky one with hair loss because can be many different reasons to your hair loss, and how you will choose to deal with this really depends on the root cause of what's causing your hair loss. Whether it's mineral deficiency, iron, the simplest one of them, whether it's overproduction of androgens, sex
Hmm.
hormones, whether it's alopecia.
It's
So
individual.
there is no one suggestion that fits all now. So if I just give you something and someone starts following, it's not necessarily it's gonna help. I would say if it comes to
It's better to come for
hair
consultation.
loss, it's the great thing to start with is to go and test your iron level and to test your thyroid, and you
Mm.
take it from there. If that's not the cause, then you can take it further on. But I do not really think that there is one universal advice
Mm.
for hair loss.
Okay. Well, I have to say, my eyebrow, this tail was gone, and by massaging, it is like a little rough.
I see. So it's
Uh,
not needles actually, it's just
no,
the mhm.
it's like a rough which creates the blood flow to the surface, and it stimulates from the underneath the blood circulation, and blood comes to the surface, and the skin gets all the necessary minerals and the
I
vitamins
see.
to tighten up. And that's as well probably why hair gets better as well, because I
I
have like a
see. It's
thinning patches
yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and it's just brings the blood flow, and it feeds the roots. So I've been using, and I can swear by it. It's one of my favorite. I think it's need everybody in the house.
How is it called, Ilona? Do you know? Excuse me. How is it called?
It's it's micro needling, but it's like a massager. I have it on my website,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I can put it later on to explain. But it's like a rough knee roller, like roller.
Okay, I get the idea. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
sure we can find it online or on your website.
Yes,
That-
and then the latest one which I have purchased is the Nuva. It's radio frequency. It's have the radio waves which heats up to about 40 degrees, and then by moving around the area, you work on the area which needs to be tightened, and it stimulates the collagen production. Basically, the heat affects your skin, your body recognize it as a major injury and start to send the
Right.
blood to repair it by producing new collagen. So it's a good scientific trick how we can trigger our body to be repaired. And
I
that's
see.
when we can kind of be. And this device is FDA approved, and I'm very excited now to testing to be able to put it on my shop as well later on.
So we've got a question here. Is it
Mhm.
important, the roller you've shown previously,
Mhm.
is it important what sort of material it's made of? Or it can be made of anything?
So I've seen two types, out of jade stone
Right.
and out of metal, and some kind of silver metal with the gold plate. The gold plate, they say that it gives kind of extra reaction to it, which I'm not sure. I haven't used it, but I have used that jade stone, and I found it worked, but I didn't like the stone bits. Felt sharpy for me. I
Right.
found this roller was the most effective, a metal one,
The
the
metal one.
ordinary, yeah, the ordinary metal one. The main thing that it's quite rough and it's have its like a simple the structure. It's not really.
I've got one
Um,
more question on this one,
mhm.
please. Do you need to use anything on your skin before you start rolling, or you are just doing it on a clean skin?
What I would suggest is apply all the products, what you want them to be absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for example, you finish with your face cream and then you start rolling. Start from the back of your neck. It's really pleasant and it's relax your muscle as
Mm-hmm.
well. And it brings the blood flow to your head stream and it's really nice. But then you start rolling. I actually have on my YouTube channel the little uh, like a one
Tutorial? Yeah.
tutorial, yes, where you can follow up. It's been last summer made, which is a bit on my holidays was uh, I think, but it still explains the things and shows how to use it, and it's
I'll check it out, and I'm
one of
definitely
the
getting this one, I think, because I'm somewhat attracted to the idea of rolling something on my face. So, if I have to sum up, the things we discussed today, how our best skin anti-aging strategy, it is what it's gonna
yeah,
be. Look after your gut, yeah?
yes,
Consume super generous amounts of oily fish.
omega
Load
3,
yourself with
yeah,
green leafy vegetables and all kinds of vegetables for that matter. Is that right?
yeah.
Drink water for your dear life.
We don't
Um,
drink enough water, to be honest. When we actually feel the thirst, it's apparently already too late. It's like a final stage.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Yes. So water is a big one here. Of course, we did not mention it initially, but it comes without saying. It's a super
exactly.
important one, isn't it?
Yeah,
And manage your stress levels. Is that right?
that's a big one.
Daily. First of all, evening and morning skincare routines, such as washing, moisturizing face,
Yes,
massage, 7 minutes a day. Is
at
that right?
least. Yes, yes, if you can, it is.
And if you're curious to try, that will be devices you've mentioned. Is there anything I have forgotten?
Um, I I think that the blood flow to the surface, what I would suggest is that with the pinching or that including into the massage, that it's drains the toxins, the lymph,
Right.
because our lymph here gets stuck and we need to push it down. It's like our swamp here, and we need to pull it down manually because it doesn't move.
And what you're
And
saying that we achieve it through pinching,
now through the massage we
through
achieve,
massage, okay.
but through pinching we achieve the blood flow to the surface, which then gets fed up with the minerals and all the
I
necessary
see.
goods. But the roller is just like a help tool, which we can achieve pinching, but that it's something which is very crucial. And yeah, the moisturize. We don't moisturize enough. That's
Right.
what I want to say. And to be honest, one day a week is a fasting day. I call it as a fasting day. It's when you don't apply anything.
Okay. Why is that needed?
It is sometimes to we can create ourselves a bit lazy. They receive all the nutrients, all the supplements, all the fibers, whatever it needs, and it needs some like a stimulation to start working again. So
Right.
by giving a fast to the skin, it's it's it needs to be just one a day,
Right.
one in a week, one day a week, but it's gonna give. like a reboost to the skin, understanding, okay, I need to do myself something, I need to produce some extra necessary. And it's for you as well, like a restful, a bit lazy day when you can kind of relax, and that's something which is good.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ilona. So
I
can I just mention, because I think we started talking about your massage and we did not finish that. I just want to mention that every Sunday Ilona is running a massage class every evening, which is a lot more than massage experience in itself. It's an amazing, beautiful combination of meditation, relaxation, and then massage. And I felt so spaced out in the best meaning possible after this session. So I thought I'm going to recommend it to every girl I come across. So that's what I'm doing now.
oh, thank you actually for coming, and it's really important for me that you enjoyed, because I'm not like making meditations daily, and I'm not specializing, but this something came to me and I really enjoy, and that we can relax, get kind of rested, uplifted, and finish the day with this massage. And I provide as well affirmation, which then the girls who coming to the classes then during the week get video with affirmation, and we can be rewatched and for 7 days and attend.
So if someone wants to join, they can find details on your Instagram. Is that right?
It's actually tonight. I was thinking, because it's Valentine's time, and I was thinking it's not just one day when we need to feel love and share love and give love. It's actually the more we can, the more it's better. So I prepared for tonight for people who watch this live now or later till 14th of February. If you go to my bio and see there, I want to go to free session, you need to, in the taster session, enter the coupon, which is love, and you will get from the taster £5 off. So it's going to be free access. And I will then send a Zoom link for Sunday face massage. And you can see for yourself if is it for you something what you would enjoy, and see. So
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
yes. Thank you. And I want to ask how people can find you, because you are so much specializing in many things, and you work individually, one-to-one.
On Instagram, I've got all my contact details on Instagram. In
Yes,
this Instagram I'm using now. So yes, I'm very happy to talk. Thank you very
good.
much, Ilona. It was really lovely to spend this hour with you. I learned something new tonight.
Gosh, the time flies. I
It
didn't
did, didn't
realize.
it? Yes,
Yes,
it's nearly 8. So
thank you.
I think I'm gonna go home and straight massage myself straight away.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming tonight, and I hope that we actually can come back in next month, and maybe to talk some other things what we can do with our food and beauty. It was pleasure to talking to you, and thank you.
With great pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye bye. Good night.
thank you everyone who watched tonight and watching later. It was Ilona, aesthetician from Amber Aesthetics, and Olga, nutritionist. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
How to end it?